Hello everybody, Moon360 here, and with LG phones, they are either great or just a bit average. So what is LG's V10? Well, it's a phone which offers two screens, two front-facing cameras, and seems to ignore what every other phone does, and do its own thing. I loved it the moment I took it out of the box, and I haven't changed my mind in the time I've been using it over the last 4 months. In terms of design, it's a huge phone, absolutely massive, and I sometimes catch myself being surprised by it even now, but with that size comes some clever thinking. For example, the material on the back is rubberized and textured, which stops you from feeling like it's going to fall out of your hand, something that bothers me with a case-free Note 5. And when you pick it up, the phone feels like it's been designed to fit you. I have medium-sized hands, so they're by no means massive, and the phone still feels great. The rear-mounted volume and power buttons fall easily under my finger. Also contained in that power button is a fingerprint scanner, similar to ones found in the Nexus 6P and other Huawei devices, so it's incredibly speedy. Unlike Samsung Galaxy phones or the iPhone, the scanner works better with an index finger than a thumb, and of course unlocking doesn't unbalance the phone. Those who screamed about Samsung removing the ability of users to add a micro SD card and change their own battery will also be pleased to see that the V10 allows both, and the back cover simply pops off like this to make it happen. In my time with the V10, I've had no major problems with any aspect of its performance. It's powerful enough to handle everything that I do. It's powered by a Snapdragon 808. There's plenty of power here, and the phone also has 4 GB of RAM, which is incredibly generous and should keep the phone running smoothly at all times for many months to come. Storage, the default storage is 64 GB, and because of the micro SD card slot, you can add as much as 200 GB of additional storage if you so desire. The main screen is 1440 by 2560, achieving an impressively high pixel density of 515 pixels per inch, a very decent panel, and in use it's quite clear that the screen here is absolutely brilliant. Like most phones, though, getting through a whole day is quite difficult, but the good news is that the Quick Charge 2.0 is supported, so getting some power into it from empty to full is nice and quick. Now, one of the things I respect about LG is that it has never simply copied Samsung or Apple. The ideas the company has for creating phones are often unique, sometimes ridiculed, but almost always born out of a will to make a mobile phone that offers something worth having. The second screen does leave me with some mixed emotions. It's an excellent idea, and I really rather like the way it has customizations and a bunch of other options. At the same time, sometimes it feels weird, and it makes the main screen feel so low down the device. I'm aware that my language is a bit confusing, so let's take a look at the second mini screen and see what's good and bad about it. So when the main screen is off, the mini screen shows the date, time, battery level, and gives a weather icon. It can also give you notification icons. Right now mine has 2 App Store logos, which is far from useful, as I don't know what they're trying to tell me until I unlock the device. For email, they are a bit more helpful, as at least reminds you that you have a new message waiting for you to read. If you swipe the mini screen, then you can move through to some shortcuts. These allow you to toggle the sound level, Wi-Fi, turn the torch, which is the flashlight, on, and activate the camera. Things improve when the main screen is on, though. The first function of the second screen is to give you quick access to recently used apps. I love this because if you're darting between a couple of open programs, it speeds things up a lot. You can also swipe through a bunch of mini screens, though. You can get control of a music player, 5 shortcuts to contacts, a reminder of your next meeting, and some customizable app shortcuts. There's also a signature option to display a short piece of text, like your name or something amusing. So, what do I like? Well, the second screen sort of pushes down the main screen. That's actually not a major hassle, but you will find that it does affect how you interact with the phone. Also, because the dual camera module is to the left of the second screen, it can cause some problems swiping down the display if you're trying to access Android's notification area. But actually, for the most part, these aren't real issues once you learn that you have to swipe a little bit further. Ultimately, the second screen adds more than it takes away. The V10 is interesting in that it offers two front-facing cameras. The idea here is that you can opt for either a close-up selfie or a wide-angle one. Of course, in practice, LG manages to make it all work really well, so we're back to the point that while it may not add a lot, it doesn't detract from the experience either. The wide-angle camera does make getting lots of people in one shot nice and simple. In terms of the rear camera, it's phenomenal. It's capable of some of the best mobile photography you'll take. Like the G4, I feel like you need to use it in manual mode and play around with it a lot to really make it shine. Auto can be amazing in strong light, but not so much like every other smartphone in darker environments. The V10 also supports RAW shooting, which gives you a lot of flexibility with images. Android in general has some audio problems that are slowly getting fixed. However, there are still issues with some phones sounding awful for music. Of course, you don't usually listen to music on your phone when you're in an ideal environment, so a lot of worries are probably not relevant. LG has for some time now been putting very good digital to analog converters into its phones, and the V10 is no exception. Once again, LG has made an excellent phone, and switching from something like the Note 5 to this was very pleasant. Not that the Note 5 is inferior to the V10, but it's just the V10 brings more new things to the table. A great camera with loads of options will be a massive hit with people who use their phones for absolutely everything. Add to that the amazing audio quality that the V10 can pump out through a good set of headphones and the generally awesome design, and you can see why this is my daily driver. Thank you so much for watching. Please be sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. Stay tuned for my future videos. Thank you so much for watching. Take care. Bye-bye.